Y'all, so today I linked with this nigga I met a few weeks ago out with my friends. This nigga been texting me for weeks talking to himself. Why I didn't block him, bitch, I don't know. But today I was bored and I had time, so he texted me like, can we meet for drinks? And I'm like, yeah, meet me here. They got the best fucking oysters in Atlanta, like hands down. So I'm like, yes, I can get some content, come on. It's so good. Y'all, when the fourth one came out, he was looking at me crazy. I didn't give a fuck. I'm like, baby, you invited me out. I'm going to eat. And I was coming anyway. But I ain't gonna lie. No, I wouldn't have did all that. But I did do all that. It was so good. I was not expecting it to be that good. It was just so good. Like, I had to. It was so good. So after that, I'm like, baby, what's next? What I'm about to eat? These potatoes, they were so good. And the crab cakes, everything was so good. 10, 10, baby. Why the fuck this bitch ass nigga say he going to the bathroom and never come back? The fuck? I'm like, hold the fuck on. It's been like 10, 20, 30 minutes, bitch. What the fuck this nigga at? Had to end up grabbing a tab, bitch. Nigga left me with his little one fucking drink. Yeah, bitch. I'm so glad bitch keep me some money, cause what? That was crazy to me. And I said, bitch, you run out on the tab. He talking about, I'm offering you to drink. The fuck are you talking?
Y'all, I contemplated hard when and how and what I was gonna say in this video. I don't even know what I could say different that I've heard everybody else say different. But there was a couple of things I did want to address about this video. It's so many things. I'm so nervous for my boys. Like, I'm really nervous for my sons out here. I feel bad for the dating pool. I mean, I hear a lot of women say the dating pool got pissed on it. Well, the ones that's complaining who feel like y'all some legit women, y'all need to link up with these men who continuously picking up these 304s. I seen a lot of women in the comments saying and making videos stating that it's the man's fault because, you know, he should have just left her alone. Which is true, but also nobody's addressing how narcissistic and diabolical that is, that you would waste your time to invite a man to go on a date with you, which you claim was for content. But other women was saying she just wanted to show him to leave her alone, don't bother.
I'm amazed at how so many people don't know that the Oyster girl, that whole situation, she was actively trying to get this man away from her. Number one, she speaks English, so she knew that they were going out for drinks. Number two, she knows that if he's only offering drinks, he's definitely not going to pay for anything else. So why do you think she went on to order 48 oysters, 3 or 2 lemon drops, potatoes? She was sending him a message. Like, how don't you guys see that? Do you really think she ordered that much food and expected him to pay for it? No. She was showing him, hey, I can do more for myself than drinks. Now sit there and watch me enjoy it. I saw that. Why don't other people see that?
The better question is, why would you even think that's cute or normal to do some shit like that? Like, just don't go on the date, block his number. You know how many times in my heyday, when there was guys that was interested, you just tell them no, thank you. And if it's one of those hostile situations, you females, we've been there. Give them the wrong number, or give them a different number, or give them a number to something and keep it moving. You don't have to see that person ever again. I don't understand why women be trying to normalize this crazy, goofy ass shit and then want to turn around and get mad at men. If she didn't want to go on a date, she should have blocked him. It's as simple as that. The sisterhood is coming together and plotting all these schemes and saying it's for this reason, it's for that reason. But the reality of the situation is that woman is very masculine. Her energy was masculine. That video was disgusting. The way she was slurping on the oysters, doing all of that stuff, putting hot sauce on it, just being very ignorant. It was really disgusting. It's just inappropriate to behave like that with anybody, whether you're in front of a man, woman, anyone. And it was giving me so much extra caricatures, and it just made me uncomfortable because it was just... We already have it hard out here, and you just gonna go throw that right along with Miss Cheesecake Factory.
Right. Let me just get the door for you.
Okay.
He got me at the Cheesecake Factory, y'all. I ain't getting out this car. Yes.
Would you want me to open the door for you?
Look.
Are you're recording me?
Yeah. This is the Cheesecake Factory. This is the Cheesecake Factory, y'all.
What's the problem with that?
This is a chain restaurant. Who takes someone that looks like this to a chain restaurant?
You want to talk about it? I'm fine with talking about it, even in front of them.
Oh yeah, I want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Come on, get up on in the car. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it. Oh, okay.
Okay. So
yes, let's talk about it. About it.
So you expect a man to go all out on the first date? Is that right?
I mean, you're supposed to. When you take out a beautiful woman and you're courting her, because I get courted. So you're courting her, right? You're supposed to take care of her. You're supposed to cover her. You're supposed to protect her, cherish her, treat her well, right?
Yeah.
That's what you're supposed to do.
I agree. I went into this date as I expect, with the expectations for myself, to keep you safe, you know, to respect you, to pay for your food, of course, pick you up, of course, and just treat you like a gentleman, which I believe I have done.
I mean, you've been pretty nice, but I mean,
and then
Cheesecake Factory.
I, on the other hand, have certain expectations for a girl I go out with on the first date. I expect her to be respectful too. I expect her to be cooperative, and at least, you know.
What did I do that wasn't cooperative?
Well, I mean, like, even like when we were walking to the car, you wouldn't put your hand around my arm or anything like that, or hold my hand or anything like that.
I mean, it's too early for that.
Okay.
I don't know you.
I can respect that. I can respect that.
Okay.
When I got to your apartment to pick you up, you didn't want to invite me in. I can respect that too. We're not
Again.
I don't know there
yet.
Okay. And then, but
I mean, I feel like I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do as a woman.
But
I got myself all made
There's nothing
up.
wrong with the Cheesecake Factory, right?
Yes, there's a lot wrong with the Cheesecake Factory.
Okay. Well, look at my plan where we were gonna go originally.
See, now that's where we should have went. All right there. Call him.
No.
What do you mean no?
See, I specifically told you both yesterday and this morning that I'd come to pick you up at 4 p.m. Right? And I got to your place at 4 p.m. You didn't even come downstairs for another hour, and so I was waiting downstairs for an hour. Right?
But I wasn't expecting for work to take me so long. I got home a little late. And like I said, I don't know you well enough to invite you up into my apartment. And that is not possible.
And that's why I'm saying, I'm thinking, okay, if we're not there in the relationship to, you know, at your apartment, then maybe we're not ready in a relationship for such a nice fancy restaurant as Aria, especially if I'm paying for the whole thing, which I'm still willing to do. I would have been, but if we're late, I told you twice.
Late. It wasn't that late.
We literally left your place at the time the reservation was supposed to be. And I specifically said 4 because maybe we could get there early and even have some time to get to know each other on the way there and while we're in the parking lot. Waiting for a reservation.
We can still get to know each other. Isn't there another restaurant you can call that, equivalent to that?
I literally
you don't understand. Look at me. I cannot go in the Cheesecake Factory.
There's nothing wrong with
I will die. That's embarrassing.
Listen, as I said, I have very specific certain expectations for that.
No.
I can tell it's not gonna be there. And maybe we're not right for each other. So respectfully, I'm gonna just drop you off at home.
Oh no, he didn't.
Yeah, I'm up.
So you just want to call it a night? Isn't there some kind of compromise or something? Ladies, can you believe this?
I'm sorry, y'all.
But
if I don't feel respected, I am not gonna go through with the rest of the day.
Well, you are serious. You're really leaving.
Yeah. You didn't want this place anyway, right?
I understand that I was late. I understand that. I understand that I could have been a bit more cooperative. You made some good points. That's why I'm willing to compromise. Are you sure you want to go home?
I don't have a lot of rules. I don't have a lot of expectations for a first date, but I've already set them, and you've broken every one.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry. We're dropping you off home.
All right, whatever. Well, I guess I understand. You gotta do what you gotta do. I understand where you're coming from.
Now, I don't know if it's just so unbelievable for me to believe that women will behave like this, but I feel like this particular video is a skit. But on the just of it not being a skit, here's another modern woman who, I'm not going to talk about the woman's looks, but I have seen other women who are single who would probably qualify a little bit more for this gentleman. But I'm not in the dating scene. Hell, I don't even like women like that, so I ain't in that even, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna say too much about that. But you men who in the comments, please rate both of these women. I'll leave the first lady's picture up on the screen somewhere. Y'all see it eventually. But this particular video was crazy to me as well. First of all, in my personal opinion, there's nothing wrong with the Cheesecake Factory. I told my husband that, and he said, and that's why you married. Look. But for real though, I don't see nothing wrong with the Cheesecake Factory. I don't get it. She talking about it's a chain restaurant and stuff, and she got all these rules and everything. And the fact that they were going to go to a high-end restaurant and couldn't make it because she wasn't even on time was crazy. And the fact that he sat there and waited that long was even crazier, because I would have just left. So you got the oyster lady and you got the cheesecake lady out here cutting up for the world. And you see a whole bunch of women complaining all over the internet how the dating pool got pee in it. Hell, Tia Mari, why he ain't checking for her? They look about the same age, ain't it? How is it this woman can get a date? That's why I feel like it's a skit. Because I ain't no shade at all. But to me, I didn't see how that was going to intermingle itself anyway. But hey, I ain't on the apps, so I ain't going to say too much about that. But This is the problem. There's so many women out here. And I just seen a video about a man. He said something real that I can't even put it into words. I'm just going to have to let him say it.
My question was, do you fuck with a real woman?
Let me answer that question.
And the reason why I asked
is
listening. Because if you fuck with a real woman, she's going to agree with you. Hey, maybe I shouldn't step outside wearing this, nasty ass shit.
Let me answer that. This is the problem. The real woman is standing too close to the hoes, so we don't know the difference until we start talking to y'all. No, listen. I met a lot of women. It don't mean, I don't care if they from the hood. I don't care if they got two parents. They interests are the same. It's like right now, right? If you see 10 lions coming down the street, are you gonna try to figure out which lion gonna bite your ass or not? You're gonna be like them 10 lions. So unfortunately, the real woman agree with too much shit that these hoes is on, so we don't know the fucking difference. Y'all gotta stand far away from the hoes, cause y'all dress like them, y'all wear the same shit they wear, y'all listen to the same music they listen to, and y'all stand for the same shit they stand for. In most cases, not you, baby, but in most cases, the real women got too much in common with the hoes.
He's absolutely right. He is absolutely accurate. Do you know how many women that I go back and forth with who try to justify this hyena behavior and be a part of the sisterhood and would not live not 1 ounce of life like the other person that they try to protect? They would not even do the same things that these particular women would do. They would not participate physically in the hyena behavior, but they support it. So it is difficult for these men out here who are about something, who are legit, who are, just living their best life, looking for a nice woman to settle down with and having a difficult time and having to go to another country or maybe just stay single and just say it's just going to be what it is at this point, because having a woman with a modern mindset or someone who affiliates with somebody with a modern mindset is just too much. It's ridiculous how it is out here. And what people do not tell you is at the end of the day, as you get older, closer you get to age, I can't really speak for men. I've seen a few men who died alone and was happy about it. But I've seen a lot of women when they got older, they was a little lonely. They needed somebody to spend time with or hang out with. And some of them was lucky enough to catch somebody. But that's a small minority versus majority. And it's already more women than there is men. So it's not like us women is at the point to where we just a hot commodity. I've seen with extremely successful careers who's knocked it out of the park financially, who are living their best life financially. And I've seen that same success become a regret and poison. Now, I'm not saying that's for every woman out there. You know what I mean? But the women that I've interacted with, that I've spoken with, that I've talked to, that's not their story. They felt like they bought a dream that was sold to them of living their best life, prioritizing their career above anything else, and that's all they have left. And when that's gone because they done aged out doing that, they're by themselves. Nobody's going to answer the phone to you because they might be busy with their kids or their grandkids or their spouse or whoever that they're with, and they will call you whenever they can. But everybody knows it's cool. Your single friend is cool to hang out with when you have time, but it's not going to be that 70 or 80% of the time. It's always good to have somebody, some type of companion with you, to spend time with you, to hang out with you. And nobody prioritizes that anymore. They look down upon that. And while they're looking down upon that, I think a lot of women are missing the fact that women are dying at a higher rate now because of strokes, high blood pressure, heart diseases, all of that. Why? Because we wanted to be equal so bad. We done fought in this feminist movement that ain't had nothing to do with us so bad to be just like a man. We're dying off faster than they are now because we're not able to take all this stress. We're not able to do all of this stuff. The tables are turning. Women are the highest consumers. So if you really, really pay attention, wouldn't you think it would be best if a woman is single But who would that benefit? It wouldn't benefit the woman. If the woman is alone and she's single and she has time to consume, who's that going to benefit? The companies, the government, because they need them taxes. Everybody gonna get their whistle wet and their hands dirty. And it'll be off the back of you because you bought in a dream that wasn't even for you. You didn't and my thing is this, and I say this all the time, you don't just have to have a family. That don't have to be the only thing you know what I'm saying? It really depends on the partner. But choose that person that is willing to compromise and be comfortable with a woman to have her own career. And understand there's so many women out here with careers who are still having families, right in a lot of you women face. A lot of them. And I know we get offended when we talk about other counterparts like, the Asian community or the Hispanic community or the white community. Okay, well, let's talk about the black community. Beyonce has an amazing career and she's married. She has children. She's out there having it. Okay? Nicki Minaj, another one. She has a career. She has a husband. She has a child. She has a family. She was doing both. She got married. Cardi B. Now, regardless to how y'all feel about how their marriages work and what their marriages is doing, I don't base stuff off of other people's marriage, okay? Because Jada Pinkett and Will Smith is as a whole, we can talk about marriages all day, okay? But it's what you bring to the marriage in your marriage and what you have in your marriage. I think a lot of women also use that as an excuse of that scarcity mindset. And if you know anything about the law of attraction or what you are, first of all, like attracts like. So who you are and what you are in that moment is what you're going to attract. So if you are in that situation, what did you do in order to get that person attracted to you? That's first and foremost. Second, if you're already stepping into the situation fear-based, you don't know that a lot of the stuff that you fear entering in the relationship is just going to come back at you because that's what you thought was going to happen in the first place because you created that. You're supposed to be the creator of your own reality. But hey, that's just my opinion on the situation. I really do not understand this new culture like this. It's been developing some time over the years. I've seen it happen. I've heard the conversations. I've heard women say they feel like a man just because they can hold a 9-to-5 job. That's definitely not what a man is. So a lot of these women don't know what a man really and truly is. They're under this false sense of delusion because they are protected in corporate America. But I think we just witnessed a construction company with black women. I think it was about 4 of them. I heard of their story and stuff like that, but that's just a small portion of women. You don't see a lot of female electricians. You don't see a lot of females in the oil rigs. You don't see a lot of females going down, getting dirty. It's only a small percentage of those women truly want to do that. The majority of these women that are on this internet and talking about content and all this other stuff don't want to do any of that. So I think when it's all said and done, definitely prioritize what you want to do, what you feel is best for you. But I want a lot of you women who are on the fence and not really sure to just truly think about where you're at in life, where you want to be in 5-10 years from now. Where do you see yourself being in your 60s, in your 50s, in your 40s, for the ones who haven't reached those age levels yet? Would you be comfortable, truly comfortable with being alone? May not be receiving a phone call every day. May not be hanging out with friends every day. Like, is that something that you're really, truly interested in? If that is, more power to you. More power to you. But if it isn't, you definitely should really examine yourself and see what type of different things you can try out. Who are you yourself? What do you think that you can improve for you to attract the caliber of men that you feel like you want to attract? Just think outside the box. I know it looked good out there to be going out in the town. Sex in the City was lit. You know, yeah, everybody watched that show for a while, and it was just, yay, I'm woman, hear me roar. And you see women going to the club, and you see them hanging out, and hey, they outside. That all get fun. But then when you start getting older, and you taking pictures of your butt, and you got a grown son who's famous and rapping, and he got problems with women, and it's always this and that, he fighting with women in public, and having multiple baby mamas, and just single product of a ghetto trifling hyena single mother. Even though her son is successful as far as money, doesn't mean, in my opinion, he's successful in life. Because to me, that's sad. You know, you got 2 baby mamas out here. One then already moved on in another relationship. The other one's just waiting for you to marry her. And your whole family is under all this ridicule. And I can't say much for Blueface's first baby mama, because I really don't know much about her. I know she was called Stewie a couple of times, and she goes back and forth with Krishan. But the way Krishan moving, to me, it's like, damn, like she's really destroying herself. Anybody talk to her or try to address her, she ready to fight. It's just, at this point, what is the point? Like, what are we doing as women? It's gotten to the point where we can't even correct our own sisters. Like, hey, you know what? You might need to clean that up and straighten that up, just so you don't have to carry all that hate in your heart and that bitterness to where the rest of these women is doing it. And they crashing out and they supporting it. And they know damn well they wouldn't do none of the stuff that they see all over the internet, on social media, on Zeus Network, or whatever the case may be. They would never do any of that stuff in real life. It's just it's entertainment to them. And it's like, at the end of the day, what are you fighting for? For a lot of these women who be coming in the comments and don't like my content because I be addressing certain behaviors that need to change, what does that benefit y'all? Like, I really, truly want to know, how does that benefit y'all? Why do you like supporting people who fight for their limitations? Why do you like being an accomplice to somebody destroying their life? Why do you like doing that? That's a really good question that I got for the sisterhood out there. Like, are y'all just that miserable to where you want somebody to suffer just like y'all? I don't get what y'all fighting for. The reason why I speak on what I speak on is because I see what I see. And if I can't help one person, I know somebody will listen and change their ways and do something different. I've heard it happen. I've seen it happen. I've gotten messages. I've had people thank me for the messages that I bring to people. And it's not really on some, I just keep her quiet. Don't talk about it. I don't want you to talk about it because I want to be doing 304 behavior. No, baby, I got sons, honey. I got sons. And with these sons, I want them to have somebody of stature, good stock. I don't want my boys with none of these hyenas out here. I really, really, truly, truly don't. And my daughters, I want them with prominent, upstanding gentlemen. I don't want them with no thought thugs and no hood rats from a product of a hood rat hyena baby single mother. Why do I want that? Look at Blueface. Look at his mama. Why would I want my daughters to end up with somebody like Blueface? Let's cut the money all out there. Let's leave that money part alone. Why would I want my daughters to end up with doing some shit like that? You see what I'm saying? It's a deeper, bigger picture for me. And I feel like if a lot of black women with substance, who are about something, who truly care about the state of being and how their culture is, would step up and speak up against all of this foolishness and do what that man said earlier, separate yourself from the hoes, because these men out here can't tell the difference. They don't know who is who. They don't know what is what. They can't tell the difference. So a lot of you women who aren't getting married, a man ain't gonna know what you are. So just like any other man, they do like, oh, let me keep to myself real quick because I don't know what type of woman you are. It's getting harder and harder and harder for a lot of y'all people. And let me just say this. If what we were doing was working, it wouldn't be getting worse and worse and worse every time I turn on the TV. Every time I hop on social media, I'm seeing some type of ratchet hyena behavior of females out of control. Some females are killing their babies. Some females are leaving their babies at home so they can go clubbing at night. It's just so many things that's going on, but you can't speak on that behavior because mind your business. We're supporting this behavior, which is destroying our community, and we are supposed to be the first teachers. That's why I speak out, and I'm going to keep speaking out. Y'all stay tuned. Y'all leave the comments below. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'm out. Squad.